Georgia state senators have passed a bill to eliminate no-excuse absentee voting.
More than a 1.3 million amount of people voted by absentee ballot in last November's election. Now, many choosing to do so because of the pandemic, others because of the convenience.
11 Alive's Doug Richards is live at the state capitol with a look at how other voting measures on the line for crossover day today. Where do things stand here, Doug?
Well, the Republicans in the Senate passed an election bill that was really pretty consistent with a Republican election bill that passed in the House a few days ago, but there was one important exception. In last year's election, Georgians voted absentee in record numbers, and a Democrat won Georgia's presidential electoral votes for the first time in 20 years. Now some Republicans want to require voters to give a reason to request an absentee ballot. Senate Bill 241 restricts absentee ballots only to those who are 65 or older, or who may be required to work on Election Day, or who will be out of town or observing a religious holiday.
Could we pause for a moment in this rush to shut down access to the ballot box?
We ought to be trying to make sure that we expand the franchise as much as we possibly can, not restrict it.
A parade of Democrats spoke against the election bill. Many of them accused Republicans of trying to fix voter fraud that doesn't exist in order to appease supporters of former President Trump.
As though we had had the crookedest election that the good Lord had ever seen. And it's not true.
But Republican backers said it takes election workers longer to process absentee ballots and that restricting them would make elections more efficient and cost-effective.
In recent years, the number of mail-in absentee ballots has increased to the point where counties are, in essence, running 3 elections simultaneously.
This bill is about reviewing a process that we saw flaws. That is what it is about.
So the Senate passed the bill, and it's worth noting that as the Senate was debating this bill for a good couple of hours this afternoon, Lieutenant Governor Jeff Duncan was not in the rostrum. He normally would preside over the Senate. He's opposed to this bill, and he stayed out of the chamber in sort of a symbolic protest. These bills now have to get reconciled between the House and the Senate. There is some Republican opposition to getting rid of no-excuse absentee balloting, and they have to figure that out, so whether it stays in or whether it goes out between now and the end of the legislative session.